Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Tuesday, February the 11th, the year's 2025. Let's talk trading. Holo trading. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And a friendly reminder, risk management. Always have your risk management in place so you never lose more than you're willing to lose on any one single trade. Holo trading, highest open, lowest open. One of my trading buddies asked me to do a video about it. I've done lots of videos, but I haven't done one in probably a few years. It's a simple method, and I've produced a few indicators, but recently what I did was I updated the mid-dots indicator. And I added the show Holo. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of it in there. Also have a multimeter for the Holo. Now, the idea is that price is going to make a higher high for at the time of the day. The highest high of the day right now is here. And right now, you can see how all these dots are all lined up because the highest H4 open, the highest H1 open, the highest M30 open, and the highest M15 open all happened at the top of the hour. But you can see here, there were somewhere the M15 was higher than the H1. And it's a simple trade where you want to see an open above the highest open, and then basically you're trading a candle color. So you got a bear candle here. Actually, it just crossed the double O. That would have been a nice entry here. And you just take the trade. You can take it at this line, or if you see a setup above it. In a way, it's similar to the rat zone. And a lot of times you'll get a Holo trade within the rat zone. So if you remember, the rat zone is just an area that you look for reversals to happen. The Holo is an actual entry trigger. So you can see here, the lowest was 99. It didn't quite hit 98. So we haven't had a trade yet. And, you know, you can look back on the chart. Let's just use M15 chart. I think that way we can see what's happened today. So you can see here you had an open below. There was an opportunity here. You didn't really have an open below. Depending on your level of chart reading, there might have been an M5 open below. You could have taken it. And then here you see you have an open above. You could go short again, open below. And the thing about this, you know, just looking to take a few pips off the table. Maybe 5, maybe 3, maybe 2. It just depends on how price is reacting in the moment. And so I also have a Holo multimeter, so I can see here that these are all above the highest open. So it's like, so that means the Holo trade is still on, meaning there's a possibility for a Holo trade. And you can see right here we're crossing above a lot of levels, and that's why this thing has got my chart all filled up. In fact, we're coming near the bottom of the hour, so it's possible we'll get a higher M30 and higher M15 open. And you might be wondering, why do I have this wait for flip-flop flip to reverse? Well, if you're trading on M1, and for some reason this is taking a long time to load. What you want to see is a flip-flop flip, because what will happen is right here you got a flip, then you got the flop, but now you need another flip to reverse. And so that's something I like to wait for. It keeps me out of trouble. And so here you had a flip, or you could call it because it flipped colors and then it started going down. But you want to be careful if you take that trade, really careful. I like to see a flip, a flop, and a flip. Because that means price is now starting to range in an area, and it's probably going to want to break. And I don't want to get caught. So let's see. We're at the we're a quarter past, and so you see now we've got a higher M15 open. So you see here price broke the M15 and now is reversed. And so what happened was, you can see right here, price for what? In this 5 minutes, it established this little range here. And so I actually have a flip-flop flip indicator. And what happened was, I saw that we had a higher high, but we had a lower close, which is a trigger. So getting in would have jumped in, but then all of a sudden this one did just the opposite. That says get out. And as you can see here, it would have been smart to get out of that trade, and just basically that would have been a scratch. So now we get to wait to see what happens. We get another higher open, which we at the bottom of the hour, but I don't have enough video time for it to see. So the thing is, you don't want to rush these entries. The original Holo was the H1, so we would only look to trade at that H1 open, and you can see here price got close but not quite. And this is a sit on your hands trade. Because see, what will happen is, by sitting on your hands, letting price do its thing, sooner or later, eventually, it's going to make a highest H1 open, and most likely will cross below it, and that's where you pick up your pips. And if you're trading this method, I mean, you might wait hours. And so a lot of times what can happen is, for those of you who are experienced traders, you can look to see if there's another pair that would be in play that you like to trade, of course. So you can see here we got the euro. Usually the pound and the euro move in the same direction. So you can see there, those would be a couple of candidates. If you like trading the Australian dollar, there's a candidate. And or the euro yen, which used to be one of my daily trades. And you can also see when did the bars actually make the highest open and the lowest open. So you can see here all these zeros. This is current. The current bar is the Holo bar. And then the previous one, the yellow, that's a 1, 2, 3 trade, which what you want to look to see is, did the previous H1 bar make a higher open? Did the current H1 bar test the high, get within a few pips of it, and then come back down, and then you take the highest open. You take that Holo trade. So for example, let's see. This might take a while to load since I usually don't trade the Canadian yen. Oh, I guess I should have done dollar yen. So you can see here, and made the high of the day. This was the Holo open. So this trade would be, it's a Holo trade, but it's a special kind of Holo trade because it's also a 1, 2, 3. And a 1, 2, 3 is lower high, higher high, lower high. And just take a peek at the dollar yen. So you can see here, you had a higher high right here. And you can see prices getting back to that level. It's actually right at that level. So there might be another opportunity to go short on the dollar yen. So if you'd never seen Holo, look through my channel. I think there's about 5 or 6 different Holo videos. And if you have any more questions on Holo, feel free to ask. But I want you to always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.